Guys, one of the other reasons I record, no joke, is to double check what we did previous years and see like what I need to do better. So, not that anybody actually watches my YouTube. Okay, we said y is 30 minus 2x, or if we isolate x, it's 30 minus y all divided by 2. So
15 minus 1 half y.
there we go. 15 minus 1 half y. Okay, so what do we actually want to use? What do we like better? The 30 minus 2x or the... I kind of like this better because it doesn't use fractions.
Can we just plug one in the other equation?
I think. Like, we don't want to use both, right? Never use both substitutions. Only pick one so that we can simplify down to one variable. So an area, which we'll end up writing as our f of x, is length times width. What do we make it? Well, it doesn't really matter, I guess. So we're using x times y. And then we're going to substitute the y. So f of x should be x times 30 minus 2x.
So that is negative 2x squared plus 30x.
Wait, so can we not just plug that in that equation?
We can plug that into this one.
No, I mean like,
No, what are you asking?
like where it says y equals 30 minus 2x, why can't we just plug 30 minus 2x into the x equation?
We plugged it in for the y equation, the y value.
No, I mean like in the y value in the other.
Because then you end up in a reciprocal loop. If you substitute what we found y to be back into the x equation, you're going to circle back to the beginning, essentially.
So I plugged the 2x squared plus 30x. Negative 2x squared plus 30x. But it doesn't look to be accurate.
Well, what was the thing that was that? 7.5 times. Yeah, that's not right. How do we add in the limitation of? Wait, no. Wait, huh?
So wait, you're getting this and you say it doesn't look right?
Yeah.
I'm going to change my window. This goes up to like 120. That only needs to go up to like 20. So remember, this is what I want us to get better used to, is changing these windows. -5 to like 20. And so we like to have a little bit of negative just so that we can see the axis. Like 150. So this better shows our parabola. Okay, about. This is where learning happens. This is what I'm trying to get my 7th graders to believe, is when you're confused is when learning starts.
That means it's 7.5.
What is? I mean,
If x equals 7.5.
okay.
Then it's
So if x equals 7.5.
No, because then it's just.
But no. You just said no to something you guys had me right. So we have to, are we using this or not?
Yeah, so if we use that though, right, and then we plug in x equals 7.5, it's just 30 minus 15. Oh, never mind, that works.
This is why I make you say those things out loud, right? Like, because then you get to the point of like, oh, yeah. So, Connor, I'm going to give you the opportunity to come back at me and defend that you weren't wrong.
I don't know what 7.5 times 15.
Well, it's not a square, but it kind of is.
Wait, huh? It's 2 squares. Squares are better.
So,
It's a billiards table.
if actually model this out. And so if we use 10, right? 10 was your first gut instinct of 10, 10, and 10. Because that seems to make sense. However, that gets us an area of 100. This area is 112.5.
Why?
That's for you guys to figure out.
What if we do 3 squares?
So I can't figure out why this works.
You can't?
I can't.
If you're going to say that, you better put a word yet on the end of it.
Wait, so if we put 3 squares...
I love that you guys will like do the middle school thing of like roll your eyes or groan or whatever, but you still just do everything we ask because it's Phoenix and you guys are awesome. It's like, okay,
I'm
yet.
not looking forward to high school.
Neither am I.
Scared of high school, Mr.
You know what you do when you aren't looking forward to high school and you don't really enjoy high school all that much, and you just teach middle school so you can live in middle school forever. So make it through high school, but then come back and be a middle school teacher.
That sounds like
I want to be an
not
engineer.
fun.
Okay,
It
you'll
actually
make a lot
is.
more money, so have fun.
It actually
Remember us teachers that you had when you're a famous
No
engineer.
offense, but I don't want to have to deal with me when I'm grown up.
Yeah.
Y equals 3.
Dealing with you is not that bad though. You just gotta know how to do it.
Then x times y equals 3x squared.
Why does this work? That's the question we're grappling with.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it with 3 squares to see if it still works. Oh.
So then you'd be saying that y is 3x.
Y is 3x.
Okay.
And then, wait, I need to put the 30.
I did the quadratic formula.
So 2x plus y would still need to equal 30, but y you're saying is 3x now.
Yeah.
So I think you're saying 5x.
5x equals 30? Yeah.
So x then would be 6.
Oh, I set up a line
Yeah,
with the,
where does it
what
say
y
x?
equals when x equals something.
No, it's not as good.
Is 3 squares better than 1 square?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not as good as 2 squares.
Why?
Oh, because x is 7.5, x is 7.5, y is 15.
I have a lunch today also for Katie Harmon.
Yeah.
I can let her know.
But why?
Don't know, I just have a line and a parabola, okay?
Why does...
I'm gonna take some of it as a delivery fee though.
Line is what y equals, depending on what x equals.
Alright, well you guys grapple with this. I'm gonna go let Katie know she has a lunch in the office.
sound fair?
Yeah. Sorry, I don't think where she is has a
Everything
radio
comes
right
back to
now.
8 ball pool.
Wait, what?
Wait, can I have a calculator there?
Why is your dead?
No, it's because mine's all the way over.
Lazy.
Dang. Why? Why have you forsaken me?
You can use the touch screen.
I figured it out.
I'm sure you did.
I did the quadratic formula.
Why?
Because I got 15 and 0. So I plugged in 15 for x and then got 7.5.
Maximum power.
Yeah.
It almost went in.
Okay.
I figured it out.
Okay. How
Good
though?
for you, actually. We still don't know how
Wait.
you did it. Oh, I
What's
almost got
B?
2 in at once.
We need to fix. Okay.
I'm solid, Connor.
Okay.
What? What? His solid always has an advantage when I start.
When you start, yeah.
Go ahead.
Now you're on two.
That's not suck.
I figured it out.
Why? What? How?
I did the quadratic
Akshay is
formula.
smart.
I did the quadratic formula.
Whoa! Who would have thought?
You know, right?
Go ahead then.
So then I got x equals either 15 or 0. I plugged in 15 for the x equation, so y 15 minus 1 half y, and then I got x equals 7.5.
Are you guys on Desmos? Just double checking.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, making sure you're not playing like a video game. So wait, why, when x is 15, does y equal 0?
Because 15 times 2 is 30.
Because, no.
That doesn't. Wait, what?
No, because
30
2.
minus 2 times 7.5 is 15.
No, because like you
Mr.
have this.
Hudson, I have a line for what
No.
y equals depending on x.
Ooh.
When it's no, but when it's 15 though, that's like if you have the fence and the fence is just up against the wall. It has no area.
So now I can figure out like the
Oh, so what you're saying is when the because if we come 15 out from the wall and go 15 back to the wall, there's no space in between the fences. You made a good barrier.
Oh.
You just didn't make a pen. You just made a double fence. Darn goats are gonna jump it anyways. So, good thing we have cows, guys. This 0. What if our formula was instead using 40 for the amount of fence? Where do you think this 0 would end up? 20. So then what do you think the maximum would be? Like, let's hypothesize this. You're saying, or do we want to use 50 or something? Like, what? So let's try it again. What length of fence do we want to try to maximize area?
3,200.
3,200?
It's not getting hard.
Gravity.
What did you do?
So 3,200.
Did you just
minus
apologize to your calculator?
No,
That's my guy.
Oh, well, maybe it'll knock it back out of Swedish.
I can just do that.
I don't need to see this. It's just a decimal.
Let's
I still feel smart. I
Connor,
saw that
stop gaming.
50? Hey, do we want to use 50?
Okay.
No, we should use 3,200.
Okay. That's all I'll need to say my suggestion once. I don't care. So...
No, but we still have the one wall.
Yeah. We'll say this is against a wall. And we're gonna x, y. So we're hypothesizing 2 squares is always the best.
Yeah, for
Okay.
Possibly.
So x times 2x has to equal 3,200.
Well, no. No. X times 2x
no,
equals
x. No, 4x equals 3,200.
Well, but if you set it up like that, your answer is for sure going to be your answer because you're making the equation do that. So we can't go ahead and assume that because assuming is dangerous. Hey. So y would now be 3,200 minus 2x.
Connor, I can't believe you're playing 8-ball pool.
Yeah, I kind of figured you guys were probably off task, but whatever. So then f of x, our area. What pool? Why are you playing 8-ball?
Because the one that's on the internet? Why? Is there a problem with 8-ball pool?
Well, the fact that you're in math class right now.
Oh, yeah.
What do I write here?
Wait, we had something like this. It's 320. Yeah, that. So
And then you multiply.
Negative 2x squared plus 3,200x.
Yeah, and then you do the quadratic formula.
Yay!
So wait, you're thinking one of the zeros is going to be 1,600 then? Like half of... Well, that would make sense if we're in the same basic setup.
x is 1,600.
So then...
No, x is a quarter of
I
that.
think it's 8.
X is 800, and y is 1,600.
Well, let's plug it in.
Wait, at the maximum or at the 0? I think we're talking about 2 different things.
At the maximum.
Hey, so you're saying at the maximum would be x equals 800 is the maximum?
And the 0 would be x equals 0 or x equals 1,600. Oh, so yeah, you were right.
Still, can you defend why this works?
Graph.
It's the reason you were trying to dig your heels in on at the beginning of class.
Squares are busted in OP.
I don't know what half those words mean.
Busted?
I'm
R?
gonna just. I know the word R. I got that one.
And? Squares?
So this is fencing,
Uh-huh.
and this is fencing. And what we end up doing here is X and X, and this is fencing, and this is fencing. And what we said we end up doing is X and X. So this inner area is 2x squared.
But you don't need that little middle fence area, which is nice.
Yeah, well, that's not fence. That's just kind of defining that we're squares. Can't be your squares.
You just call me a rectangle.
Could I please have Jacob Bowen to the office?
Oh,
Jacob Bowen to the office, please. Thank you.
Oh, well, I guess we're done.
Hey, we are?
Well, if you're leaving, you're 33% of the class.
No.
Oh, sorry, guys.
So,
I
I don't.
solved the equation before both of you. That makes me feel smart. Anyways.
Makes you feel smart. What doesn't make you feel smart?
I don't
You
know.
are smart.
Alright, change the parameters.
What?
Change the
My class is
parameters.
over.
I thought that's what
I was
That's
gonna
what
just
you
like-
thought. What if we're not against the wall?
What?
What if we're not against the wall?
We
Then
are
she would be a
back
smart
to-
person and we'd be wasting our money.
I
Then
think
is-
it's a square.
Is a single square the maximum of the area? How can we defend it? So if we're not against the wall,
Oh, I think this is because it's half of a square.
half of a square? I think it's 2 squares.
Yeah,
Oh, but also
half-
2 squares could be half of a square. I see what you're saying. You want to use a number that works better, like 100? Let's say we got 100 meters of fencing. Because, guys, we don't always have a wall to work against, but we do have a lot of optimization problems in life. So we have 100 meters of fencing.
It's 25 times 25.
Are you sure?
The way you
Can ya-
say that.
Can you prove it?
Probably not.
Can you prove it?
Yeah.
So we
100
say-
divided by 4.
X, Y, even though they might be equal to each other, and 2x plus 2y would equal, we're saying 100.
And x times y. We want that to be a big number.
So then x plus y would equal
50.
50. X or y? We might as well do y since that's what we did last
Y
time.
equals 50 minus X.
Even while he's packing up food.
So negative x squared.
I'm looking for Colin Chase and Jacob
50
Bowen.
equals 50.
Jacob's on his way. He's just packing his stuff up.
Collins and
Holy
Thank
shit.
you.
Hey, Jake, you might want this.
Yeah, I know.
So then, area is x times y.
Yeah.
But okay, x times.
50.
Remember, this is
Negative
not
x squared.
the same situation.
It's 50x minus x squared. Or negative x squared plus 50x.
Adios.
Sorry.
Not 5.
I know. Bye,
Alright.
Jake. Have a great
Jake, don't
weekend.
take a Jenga block with you. Because you're having to work hard on those. Also, if you knock it over, we're going to have to clean it up.
I worked mildly.
Bye.
Goodbye. So if we throw this into Desmos,
We get rich.
I wish. I feel like I should get a part of this startup company since I helped my brother-in-law do that math.
That's true. You should.
Does your brother-in-law own the company?
He's about to become the COO if they hire him.
Is he operating officer?
Yep. So you guys said negative x
I wasn't see. I
squared.
thought J.A. Biztown.
No, Biztown.
I remember Biztown.
I was Franklin County
Wait,
CFO.
I was also a CFO.
That's because I was good at
No,
math,
wait,
so I was like,
wait. No, I wanted to be the accountant for State Farm, and they were like, "No, you're the CFO," and I was like, "I wanted to be the accountant."
So we
though."
go all the way up here.
20. I was right. Get right.
I was like, get
So wait, but can we figure out why The original situation we just dealt with,
I'm also in the need of Katerina Gaziva.
why was this better being 2 squares? Or what if
It's half a square.
What if we actually have 2 walls to work with, and we only need to fence 2 sides?
Is it a third of a square or it's a fourth of a square? Wait, is it a fourth of a square? Or just it's 4
I
squares.
can't raise my hands like this any higher.
Wait, 4 squares is just another square though. Also, is there like onions or something in here? Because for some reason I'm crying, but I'm not like sad.
I don't think so, but I let a couple kids leave their coats and stuff in here. I don't know.
Allergies. I'm allergic. Wait, I'm allergic to like child medication, and that's the only thing.
So
I highly doubt they have that in their coats.
I'm thinking you're just having such a good time.
Yeah,
Just
you're
crying.
right. I'll keep you.
So let's go back to the situation with the 30 meters, and we're like about to run out of time, so don't worry.
I'm
You're about to
actually having
get
to
to
do
escape.
work in class.
X, Y, and if X plus Y equals 30,
X plus Y equals 30.
I bet we can do this really
And X
fast.
times Y equals 30.
No.
No.
X times Y better equal more than 30.
Yeah.
So f of x is x times y, but then we can replace the y,
With X minus 30.
no, 30 minus x.
30 minus X, yep. And then that's the same equation as the square one.
What?
Because you take half of both the sides of the square when you simplify it down. It's because a fourth of a square is another square.
So wait, what are you saying? X and y are going to be equal? So
Yeah.
they'll both be 15?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So if we have one side taken out of our
It's because-
situation,
What you're doing actually is you're taking the square and then you're putting lines of symmetry in it. You had 3 walls, though I don't know what you do. Wait, you just have a line with the whole way.
Just have one edge. Alright, have a wonderful weekend, guys.
Bye, thank you.
You are so welcome. Thank you for your engagement.
But can you have
You guys are fun to teach. But what?
Can you have a negative line of symmetry? Like make it bigger.
A negative
You have
line of
negative
symmetry?
walls.
I technically just dismissed you guys too early, but Jake's already gone, so whatever.